What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And holy crap, we have a completely unexpected but awesome announcement. And so, let's get started. But just before we do... Oh, hello! I'm Dr. Kakis, and I have something important to show you. This is what I look like in 2023. Not great. However, through the latest Dr. AI generative programming algorithms, this is what I could look like in 2024 with a proper skincare and hygiene routine. Look at it. It's beautiful. And that's why we're teaming up with today's sponsor, Geology. Here's how it works. You take a quick 30-second diagnostic quiz telling them about your skin and your goals, and their team of dermatologists will design a personalized routine just for you that's shipped directly to your door. So you don't have to waste your time sifting through endless products. Geology is going to give you the essentials filled with dermatologist-approved ingredients. And even though Geology's skincare routines are tailored for each individual, they make it easy. You can see right here they have the exact steps right on the product, perfect for someone like me. So it turns out splashing some water on your face because it feels so greasy after gaming for 8 hours isn't exactly a skincare routine. We all say new year, new me. Well, Geology can actually help you with that, but you'll need to try it. Well, good news. If you click the link in the description down below, you get 70% off of their trial kit. Let Geology help you discover that new you, gamer. Definitely click that link. Alright, now first things first, there was actually an update that went live with the weekly reset. Here are the changes you're going to want to know about. First of all, in terms of the coil, they've increased the Wishing Glass Shards drop rate from enemies defeated in the coil. So overall, it's going to be easier to get that platinum rating and unlock that secret chest room. Now, even if you've unlocked all of the crafting patterns for the Wish weapons this season, that's still important because the coil is actually one of the better farms in the game for Ascendant Alloy when it comes to crafting, so that's definitely something to know about. And additionally, if you haven't done all of your star-crossed exotic missions to fully upgrade your Wishkeeper exotic bow, another thing you're going to want to know is that they fixed an issue where players could damage the boss through the glass wall of the arena. So there was a huge boss cheese where, as you could see, you could literally stand on the other side of this like Vex glass and just shoot this guy, but apparently you're actually going to have to go do it legit. So hopefully you've done all your star-crosses. Now, additionally, with the weekly reset, we have a new Riven's Wishes quest. Did a guide on that, everything you need to know if you haven't done it yet, but generally, the community is finding that the rewards are extremely juicy, like everyone's loving the guaranteed Red Border Raid weapons, Lightfall exotics that are even available to free-to-play players, and some other things that can be valuable to your account, but the quests themselves are kind of just chores around the Dreaming City. I wish Bungie could do better. Now let's move on from there to the brand new information within the TWAB, and we're going to skip right ahead to the absolutely biggest news in this update, guys. Bungie's going to add brand new weapons into existing loot pools in a mid-season update. This is going to be massive for giving players something extra to do while waiting for the final shape. So here's the official announcement. They say starting in update 7.3.5 in early March, I wish it was a bit sooner, but we'll take it. We're adding new and returning weapons to the loot pools for Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner, and Nightfalls. These weapons will be additions to the current pool and won't replace any existing weapons this season. So if you're after any weapons in the current pool, they'll still be waiting for you after this update. And here's exactly what they're going to be adding. Starting with Trials of Osiris, a new weapon is the Prophet Scout Rifle. So it's an aggressive frame, it uses primary ammo, obviously, it is stasis, and the origin traits are going to be Alacrity, One Quiet Moment, and Tex Balanced Stock. So this is actually going to be a stasis 120 rounds per minute scout rifle, just like the Dead Man's Tale and the one other scout rifle we have of that archetype that drops from the Spire of the Watcher dungeon. So very cool. Now the other one is going to be the reprised, the Summoner Auto Rifle. Yet again, it's back, adaptive frame, primary ammo, solar with Alacrity, One Quiet Moment, and Wild Card as the traits. So interested to see if they switch up the loot pools, like what new perks this version of the Summoner can actually get. But guys, moving on from there, we have Iron Banner. So the brand new weapon is going to be the Tusk of the Boar grenade launcher. It's going to be a wave frame that obviously uses special ammo. It's going to be Strand, and the origin traits are Sulking Wolf and field tested. Now there is a note, this will be the only obtainable Strand wave frame breech loaded grenade launcher as of this update. Yeah, I was just going to say that. First ever Strand wave frame. Strand right now is juiced to the gills thanks to the seasonal artifact perks, and wave frames are some of the best weapons in the game for clearing ads. This could be a really exciting thing to add to existing Strand builds. Moving on from there, the reprised one, this is a big one, guys, the Multimac CCX submachine gun, lightweight frame, primary ammo, kinetic, with the origin traits being Sulking Wolf and field tested. The Multimac can get some insane perk combinations. Mainly, like, it's a lightweight frame SMG, which, you know, can be very, very meta in the Crucible, and this can get, or it could get stuff like Iron Reach, giving it just plus 20 range, like the Multimac, with a God roll for PvP can absolutely rip at longer ranges. Now moving on from there, in terms of the Nightfall reward updates, the brand new weapon is going to be the Wild Style grenade launcher. It is a double fire frame, it uses special ammo, it's solar, and the origin traits are Stunning Recovery, Vanguard's Vindication, and Tech's Balanced Stock. And they have a note here saying this is only the second double fire frame breech loaded grenade launcher in the game, and that is true. The only other one is the Void grenade launcher, again from the Spire of the Watcher dungeon. So that's super exciting. This is going to shoot 2 rounds with a single shot, so with certain perks, that can be very, very spicy. Now, moving on from there, we actually don't have a returning weapon. We have a second brand new weapon, the Slammer Sword. So it's a vortex frame, uses heavy ammo, it's stasis, and it has the Stunning Recovery and Vanguard's Vindication origin traits, and the note here says, this is only the second stasis sword in the game with the Cold Steel trait, besides the Dawning Sword Zephyr, and it's also the first vortex frame stasis sword in the entire game. So this could be very cool, like Cold Steel giving slow stacks, which eventually will completely freeze and then shatter on an opponent. I wonder with the vortex frame heavy attack doing like multiple instances of damage, like maybe that would scale up Cold Steel quite a bit and you could get like a shatter from one heavy attack. Like, this is hypothetical, but oh my goodness, it would be awesome. So now Bungie does say, if you're wondering when you can get your hands on these weapons, here's when they'll first appear. So week 15, which is March 5th, and so that does mean like really early March we'll already have this update. So yeah, March 5th, the Wild Style grenade launcher and its adept version will be the featured Nightfall weapon. Guarantee I'm going to have like a Grandmaster guide out, farming guide for you guys, because I'm going to be going for that thing hardcore. Then on week 16, so March 12th, the Summoner Auto Rifle and its adept version will be in the Trials of Osiris weapon pool. Then for week 17, which is March 19th, the Slammer Sword and its adept version will be in Nightfalls. Again, I'll be there with that Grandmaster guide. And the Prophet Scout Rifle and its adept version will be in Trials of Osiris. And then lastly, week 19, which is April 2nd, the Tusk of the Boar breech-loaded grenade launcher and the Multimac will be in the Iron Banner loot pool. And that also means like another Iron Banner is going to take place starting April 2nd. And so guys, here are what the updated loot pools are going to look like when these weapons are added. So you have Trials of Osiris right here, after that you have Iron Banner, and lastly you have the Nightfalls loot pool. Now, we actually have more information on upcoming loot pools. So, Bungie says to account for the length of this season and the upcoming episodes that will be longer than previous Destiny 2 seasons, we're increasing the Nightfall weapon pool to 8 weapons. The plan is for Trials of Osiris to return to 6 weapons in rotation to allow its adept weapons to have more chances to be featured, taking into account the weeks that Trials of Osiris will be disabled, like when Iron Banner is ongoing. So the updated loot pools like Trials of Osiris will have unreleased weapon A and unreleased weapon B, the Summoner, the Prophet, so the 2 kind of new ones, and the Incisor Strand Trace Rifle and the Eye of Soul Kinetic Snipe Rifle. That's going to be what the loot pool is when the final shape launches, guys. And similarly, we have the final shape loot pool for Iron Banner, so unrevealed weapon A, unrevealed weapon B, so 2 new weapons, and then the Multimac and the Tusk of the Boar, the 2 new ones they're adding in March, and then we have the Lethal Abundance Strand Auto Rifle, we have the Reese Walker Kinetic Shotgun, Point of the Stag Arc Bow, and the Guiding Sight Strand Scout Rifle. And then moving on from there, for Nightfalls in the final shape, we have 2 new weapons, then we have the Wild Style Solar Breach Loaded Grenade Launcher and the Slammer, the 2 new ones, and then the Undercurrent Arc Breach Loaded Grenade Launcher, the Uzume, the Warden's Law, and the Astrialax Solar Bow, guys. Now, moving on from there, you know, they talked about an updated Iron Banner loot pool, so they say the 2 new Iron Banner dates that they're going to announce are going to be April 2nd and April 30th. Which would indicate we're going quite a while without a returning Iron Banner. In any event, guys, moving on from there, Bungie says the future is bright, so as we head towards the final shape, we're honoring Guardians with a weekly gift of Bright Dust starting on March 5th. Players can visit the Everest store to claim 700 Bright Dust each week, leading up to the launch of the final shape. Alright, well, okay. And then finally, the Armor Synthesis Bounty Refresh. So on March 5th, the cap for Armor Synthesis Threader bounties will reset. This will behave like a standard seasonal reset, and players will once again have 8 available bounties per character. This is a great opportunity to earn more Synthweave as we lead up to the final shape. If you currently have unfinished bounties, make sure to complete them before March 5th, as they won't stack with the 8 bounties available after reset. And so guys, there you have it. Honestly, this is pretty awesome news because this is something I just didn't expect. We know that the Into the Light free event is starting in April, but we kind of had all of February and all of March where really not much was going on. Now we actually have some reasons to log in within March to get these brand new weapons. Guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.